Okay, hello again. I'm just going to get this party started because once Rabbi Taub's here, you're not going to want to hear my spiel for 10 minutes. So we're just going to switch some things around. Reminder, since you all are here, first of all, if you did not RSVP and you walk through the doors without paying the $10, please Zelle ZC, $10 to ZC's kitchen@gmail.com. Just to clarify, if you did send the email, you're good. You don't need to do so. Okay, phone. So we're all going to do this thing. It's going to feel a little scary, but we're going to take out our anxiety boxes. Allow me to demonstrate if you're not sure what that is. I know you all have them. You might have two. We're going to take them out right now. You all follow me. And we're just going to put it on Do Not Disturb or Silent because I did hear some cutesy, not such cutesy ringtones. In case you're wondering why we're doing this, it's because we want to be respectful for the speaker who put a lot of time and energy to come here tonight to speak to us. We want to be respectful to the rest of the people who came to hear Rabbi Taub speak and not your ringtone. And in case you're wondering, oh my gosh, what if something's going to happen and someone's going to need to get through to me? Nothing's going to happen, and they will find you. If you have children, they will. So it's okay. You're good, I promise you. It wasn't that long ago where we were able to just be fully present and experience whatever we were in. And it's a shame that it's come to that. So we're going to stretch ourselves here. And for the next hour, I just heard someone's not so cutesy ringtone. For the next hour, just try to be present and really take in the soul words of Rabbi Taub. So if we can all just power down for a bit, that would be amazing. It's not a chuppah, but it's still, a rabbi speaking. So let's try to be respectful of that. And again, if you want him to move with the time, let's not have any disturbances. Okay. So we're going to do the thank yous, and the rest of the people are in the audience. I will just continue by, first of all, if everyone wants to settle down. I know I'm not the guest speaker, but we'll set the tone for when he does arrive. So thank you again. Okay. Thank you. I really just want to start off by saying thank you to those who are here. I see a lot of familiar faces and friends in the audience, so thank you. Love you guys. Thank you for being here and supporting me. Thank you, Chanaleya, for taking the awkward space and turning it to something beautiful and sharing your words from your heart. It was really beautiful and meaningful and touched a lot of people in this audience, so thank you. Thank you for sharing. It takes a lot to be vulnerable, but it goes a long way, so thank you. And thank you all for being here tonight. I know there's many places you can be, like at home, maybe Netflixing, maybe not, maybe in sweatpants, maybe having kids pull your skirt and maybe doing dishes and laundry, lots of fun stuff. And you chose to be here. So, thank yourself. Thank you for doing something for you. And what I really love about this is, besides first seeing my beautiful friends and familiar faces in the audience, is really just looking around right now and seeing the diversity of the women in this room. And it's really, really beautiful and heartwarming for me to see, being in Lakewood for almost 20 years, how it's grown and evolved and changed over time. And it's really, really beautiful. And it gives me hope. It's very inspiring for our future generations that we can all show up here tonight. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what we look like. It doesn't matter if we live in Lakewood, Toms River, Manchester, Howell, Jackson, Oaken Vine, Whispering Woods, Coventry, Rangeley, Chestnut, Tallymore. Did I forget any important ones? The fact is that we are all here tonight, despite of what we look like, which is also different and so beautiful, is because we're here for the same reason in our hearts. We are here because we want to grow, we want to be inspired, and we want to strengthen our connection with Hashem. And that's what's going to be bringing Mashiach. So thank you for being here tonight. I would love to thank ZC and Rabbi Taub. They should be coming up right now. So we'll do that again when they come in. Okay, he's parking. He should be here shortly. And I didn't prepare for this, so I don't have any funny things to say. So I'll just chill. Or you could roast me. I'm in the spotlight anyway. Go for it. I'm hoping you're not recording this. Is this being recorded? Is it actually? Who knows? We'll find out when we get the recording. Okay. Okay, he's coming. Okay, so we'll do the intro while he's coming. I'm just going to put on music because why the heck not? Let's see if it works. Can you pick that up?
בקרוב תזרח השמש, נדע ימים יפים מאלה, הלב נלחם בדאגות.
My dance girls up there.
כולם יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, הלוואי נדע בשורות טובות. כי עם הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו כשקשה לראות. כולם ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שישרפו המלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מאוחדים. עם ישראל חי, בעליות בירידות גם בשעות הכי קשות. הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול עלינו? כי אין לנו עוד מדינה, תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אבדה האמונה.
Okay. So that held us over a bit. We could continue the dance party afterwards. Thank you. So now we can continue with the thank yous as Rabbi Taub makes his way in. Hello, thank you. You want to go? So I was waiting for ZC. She played a huge part in this. So now that you are present, we can give you the big shout out. Thank you, ZC, for arranging Rabbi Taub to come in tonight and making this happen. So without you, we literally would not be here. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shais, for being our videographer tonight. Any video needs, he's your man. Thank you to Trademark IT Data and Security for providing and sponsoring this room for us tonight. And thank you to Rabbi Nahari from Beis Shindel for clearing the room for us and providing us with the space. Thank you. Since I'm up here in the public eye, I'm just going to take a moment to say thank you to myself while I'm at it. It took a lot of blood, guts, sweat, and tears. I've been on quite a journey. It took a lot for me to get here, so I'm going to, give myself a shout out. Proud of this moment. Thank you. When people have their 15 seconds of fame, they're usually like, hey, grandma, right? Or like, hey, mom. Or like, hey, yo, check me out, I'm on TV. Yeah. I'm just up here like, hey, teachers and principals who kicked me out of class and gave me detention for having my shirt untucked and overused their red pen on my tests and wrote words like, do better. Well, look at me now. Just saying. And again, looking at this beautiful audience with all diverse women in Lakewood, thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, like I said, doesn't matter what we look like, it's the insides what counts. It doesn't matter where we came from, it matters that we are here now and where we are going. And like I mentioned before, we're all here for the same reason, to hear words of wisdom, to be inspired, to grow, to learn, and to strengthen our connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So thank you. So I'm just going to share with you a little story of how I got to be here, a little Ashgacha peace story, which we all love. About 2.5 years ago, I was going through a really challenging, a really, really dark period in my life. And it took, I would say, like a good year for me to start coming out of the darkness. And towards the end of that time period, I started hearing the words Shari Bitachon. Now, I was familiar with Bitachon, right? Something that we aspire to learn and grow, but not the safer. And I think the first time that I heard the Sefer actually was my brother was by my house. He noticed a different Sefer that I was learning, and he said, "Oh, you're learning the Sefer? You know what you might really want to learn that was completely life-changing for me? Shar HaBitachon." I'm like, okay, cool. Like, whatever works for you, bro. You know, like, I don't know. It just, like, it did not resonate with me at the time. It just did not. And then I heard it again. And in the summer of 2023, a friend of mine made a Sudas Hada for being 5 years cancer-free, Baruch Hashem. And during that party, I was speaking with a friend, and we were talking about what we're learning and growing and, you know, all the spiritual, good, juicy stuff. And she said, "Oh, you know what I just started learning that's been already life-changing? Shar HaBitachon." And I just looked at her, and she goes, "No, no, no, it's more you don't understand. It's been completely life-changing, and I'm not even so far in." And for some reason, when she said it, even though I heard it like 3-4 times before, I felt like there was this key inside of me that turned and twisted and just unlocked. I suddenly felt like this expansiveness, and I felt pulled to learn this book. So I said, "Okay, what edition do you learn?" She sent me the link. I order it, I get it, I start learning the intro. It's really beautiful. And I said, "You know, this is really good stuff. Why am I keeping this all for myself? Let me reach out to some friends and see if they want to learn with me." So I called up 2 of my friends. I said, "Hey guys, do you want to learn together?" They said, "What do you mean exactly by learning together? Like, what do we need to do?" I'm like, "Don't worry, you don't have to buy the book. You just call me, I'll learn, I'll explain, we'll do it, it's good." They said, "Sure." So that's what we did. And they were really inspired after just part of the intro. So I said, "Let me reach out to another friend." So I reached out to another friend, and I said the same thing. "I'm learning Shar B'Tachon with some friends. Do you want to learn with us?" She said, "What do you mean by learning with us?" I said, "Don't worry, girl. I got you. I'm going to do the heavy lifting. I'll do all the things. You just show up and listen." She said, "Sure." So we tried to figure out, a little challenging, had a 4-way call on smartphones. Probably dates me a bit, but it's fine. It's reality. We got it. We had some challenges, some rough spots. We did it. It was good. And she had the same reaction. She was really inspired by just a piece of the introduction. So I thought to myself, and she told me, "Just keep doing this. It's so beautiful. I'm really learning." I said, "Why don't I open the invitation? Maybe there's other women out there who just want to listen and learn and be inspired." So that's what I did. I opened a WhatsApp group. I spammed a bunch of people. Some of you are in the audience, so sorry, not sorry. You came with me on my journey. And before you know it, I had a big group, and I was showing up weekly, every Tuesday at 9, doing my thing. And then some people were like, "But what's if I miss it? Is there going to be a recording?" Sure, recording, no problem. I learn, record, upload the link, send the link, do the thing, lots of work, but it's all good. Introduction was beautiful, and then I get to the actual learning part. There's like, you know, Hebrew texts and stuff, and if you heard the first part, I wasn't really in class a lot, so challenging. But, you know, I can do this. I can do hard things, and I've done hard things. I got this. Yeah, I could do it, and I could potentially break my head for 5 hours trying to figure this out, or I can look for other resources to help me understand the lesson so I can give it over with more confidence and clarity. So that's what I did. I went into YouTube, yes, and it can be used for good things too. And I found this guy, I found another guy, and then I think it was because I was already listening to Rabbi Taub's shir on Tanya that I noticed he had an entire section on bitachon. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome because I like this guy. He's really good. He breaks the lessons down. It's really tangible. I can understand it. He's funny. He has his jokes. He has his stories. I like this guy. Great. So every week, while I was preparing for my lesson, I would listen to his lessons first to help me give over my lesson. And every week I would show up and I would tell the ladies, "Thank you to Rabbi Taub. I was able to understand the lesson because I listened to his lesson. Rabbi Taub said this funny story. Rabbi Taub said that joke." And this went on for, I would say, over a year. And I would show up every week, Tuesdays at 9. And it was definitely challenging. I'm not a night person. I don't know if you can tell. Makeup helps. But, you know, there were hard days and tired days and challenging days. And some of the lessons were actually triggering. So that was hard, too, to show up through that. Sometimes I felt completely disconnected. So that was hard, too. But I kept on showing up, you know, not just because I made a commitment to myself and now that there's other ladies depending on me, but because I actually started feeling and seeing how it was changing my life. literally. And it's good to learn. It's good to listen. Whatever you are going to hear and read is going to go into your soul, and you're going to get whatever it is that you need to get. But if you don't do the work, it's not going to work. And I was doing the work. I was really taking the lessons and the tools and integrating it into my life and applying it. And it was challenging, but extremely rewarding. And it really helped ease my anxiety. Bouts of depression were much less and quicker. My relationships, my business success, really every single part of my life was being up-leveled. And that's really what pushed me to show up every single week. Doing the work. Again, challenging, but so rewarding. And about 2.5-ish weeks ago, ZC reached out to me and she says, hey, could your studio hold like 100 people? By the way, there's like a lot more than 100 people tonight. So it's a good thing we didn't do my studio. No, it does not fit. I said, why? What's up? So she said, well, I got Rabbi Shais Taub to come to Lakewood to speak to ladies, and I just need a place. I said, I don't know if you know this, but for about over a year now, I've been giving a weekly lesson on bitachon, and I always listen to Rabbi Taub share first before I give mine. So I'm going to find him a place. And last week, with Hashem's help, we completed the entire Sefer of Shar HaBitachon. And this week, on a Tuesday at 9-ish o'clock, Hashem gifted me the honor of being here tonight, where I get to welcome Rabbi Shais Taub to speak to us ladies on Emuna and anxiety. So, thank you. And I share this with you because, sometimes we don't feel or see Hashem. And if we just choose to open our hearts and connect, we will see and feel him in every part of our lives, especially the challenging parts. All we need to do is show up every day and try our best. And with that, I'd like to welcome and thank you, Hashem, Rabbi Shais Taub.